Hi everyone, my name is Lisa Stevens and I co-own the Union in San Antonio, Texas. Interesting times we're going through. I will let you know all of my nicknames first. So I've been nicknamed Oprah, the Mexican Oprah. I've been nicknamed Boss Lady. I'm also the mother of my amazing daughter Olivia, so I'm a mom and I'm the wife to my incredible husband Kyle. Have an incredible business partner, Steve Falk, that we've been running the Union for, next week it'll be 16 years together, which is insane. And then just my family, my yoga family, my friends, my team, everyone that is in my heart. So today, what we thought would be a nice little break for us all is to not just keep working on our physical health, but our mental health, because they go hand in hand. In my world, there's a yin and there's a yang, right? And those two, getting those two to work together, just as we do in the practice of yoga, of getting mind and body together, I think we can lean more towards physical or lean more towards mental versus finding that happy medium. What I feel so excited about sharing with you today is some years back, I was introduced to some incredible work by one of my teachers. Her name is Allison Armstrong, and she founded a company called PAX, P-A-X. And within the Latin root, that word signifies peace. And I'm going to be the first to tell you that throughout my life, I've made many mistakes, and there's no doubt that I'm an imperfect human. And as I look back at my life, I'm now so grateful for so many of the things that didn't work out the way that I planned. And I think we can spend years stuck, not only in the thought of what if, I should have, I could have, I would have, but we have to realize that in my belief system, we're not on this planet right now to be perfect human beings. We're actually striving to figure out the best version of ourselves and forgive ourselves when we make mistakes. So when I found Allison's work, it was the first thing that really made me feel that there was another way to give people a tool to release mental pain and emotional pain, which I think we all deal with, and we can call it physical pain. Like often we say, oh, my back hurts or my hip hurt, and that is completely legitimate. But at the same point, we all know that we have emotion and we have things that happen to us, and we sometimes think we're alone. We think we're the only person that feels this way, and we think we're the only person that goes through these things. So Allison and her team at PAX have been incredible, and she actually allowed me to become licensed in her materials, so that's why I'm here today to share some of it with you. Because as I've learned and used this information, it has not made my life perfect. We are imperfect humans, and I'm going to keep saying that, but it has allowed me to have more choice in my life and to understand that at the end of the day, we're all doing the best we can with what we've got. So one of the concepts that blew my mind with Allison was we have a distinction in PAX that within all of us, there is what we call human-animal. Here recently, we're referring it more as human normal. And you're going to see as I talk, I'm going to be using my different props and things, but I have a little board. And I'm a visual person, so I do a lot better when I have things in front of me. So I'm going to write it for you. Human, animal. And yes, I'm left-handed. So human animal, what it is basically our primary objective in human animal is to survive. And it's driven by our instincts, which the way I like to describe this is it is factory installed. We were born this way, and we need our instincts, because if you think about it, if you look back over hundreds of years, there's been different times when survival, right? Eating, sleeping, all these basic necessities, finding shelter, people had to use their instincts to protect themselves. If the tiger, go Tigers, was chasing you, your instincts are what kicked in for you to run. And so Within human animal, what it does is it's driven by survival. It's driven by scarcity. It really operates on this concept of me, myself, and I. And if you take it now to current times, exactly in this moment, right now we're seeing millions of humans in this state. It's where they're staying all day, right? Because they have this tension. And that's what your instincts are. It's this primal biological urge, and it's impelling you to have a response, right? So you can feel your tension drop. For those of us in the past couple of weeks, toilet paper has been the thing that everyone is stressed out about. So until you actually have your physical hands on either a roll or, a whole package of toilet paper, what is happening to your human animal? It's like, if I don't get the toilet paper, what? I'm going to die. I'm not going to survive. And that is real. And there is nothing wrong with you because these instincts are kicking in. And what is incredible is just knowing it can make you realize when you're acting or reacting from it. Okay? I want you to think even before we were faced with what's been going on with the coronavirus. If you get a text or an email and you see it and it just starts stressing you out and you just want to immediately respond back or type the email back, and what that does, right, you've got this tension about something that's come through, you want to drop that tension, so your instincts, your human animal tells you react, so you do, so that tension can just drop you down. Right now, in the state of where we all are living, tension is high. And one of my goals of today's little shoot was to let you know you're normal. Nothing is wrong with you. You were built this way. You were built to take care of yourself. So just in this moment, take a couple of seconds to just soak that in, that human animal is a normal part. Surviving, strategizing, being almost adversarial, me, myself, and I, competing. This is normal. The good thing is, there's another side of this wing. And, oh, perfect. I found my little towel. What we invite people to do at PAX is to honor and invite their human animal, their human normal as part of them, but also bring in the idea of human spirit. Human spirit is acknowledging that we have our instincts. They're not wrong, they're not right, we need them. But what we add with human spirit is not just our instincts, it's instincts plus choice. So that when our instincts start driving us, we all of a sudden realize that we don't always have to react from human animal. One of the reasons I'm so passionate about my work, which is to transform and hopefully heal lives as much as possible, is through yoga, through breath work. Because believe it or not, taking one slow, deep breath, do it with me, ready, inhale, exhale, can automatically start to lower the tension in our body. So when you think about your instincts running you, and all of a sudden they show up, human spirit can enter your world just by deciding, wait a second, I don't have to react, I don't have to take this other person out, I don't have to make this, a battle, I don't have to try and now figure out how I'm going to outsmart this other person. You can take a moment and say, well, what do I want to choose right now? Is this going to make me feel better if I react this way right now? Is this what I want to do? Because when you have choice, one of the things that becomes absolutely incredible is all new things of possibility can show up. What do I mean? Well, here you have adversarial, me, myself, and I. You bring in the idea of human spirit, instincts plus choice, And then what becomes possible on the other side are things like partnership, choice. All of a sudden you have access to other incredible feelings, right? Meaning joy, happiness, connection. Because let's face it, human beings are not meant to be alone, which makes our current environment and culture pretty hard for most of us. And it's what I want you to know. That feeling you may be having of being isolated or disconnected, it's because you were born to connect with people. Your human spirit wants access to other people. That's where we grow. That's where we create. And just knowing these two parts of us, the human animal instincts, the human spirit, instincts plus choice, for me it was a game changer. Because the reality is when I'm living my life in human spirit, and that's where I'm coming from, I always feel good about the choice I make. I always feel good about the decision I make. When I have chosen to stay in human animal, when I'm aware of it, most of the time the outcome is not the one I would have chosen. And again, I want you to hear, human animal is not a bad thing. You need it. If someone's coming after my kid, you bet I'm going to get running and take them out. It's why you hear incredible stories about someone being able to pick up a car to get something out underneath it because it was in danger. We need them. But what if, just by understanding how we are biologically built, you can start understanding that some of the things you did were instinctually driven, and they weren't intended to hurt anyone, and they weren't intended to take anyone out, but it happens. And where the choice shows up is that maybe you didn't want to do that. So you learned that time, and the next time it shows up, you can take a nice deep breath. You can settle down, and you can just see what shows up for you.